It's cooler than the fucking video game.
It's cooler than you'll ever be.
That's for damn sure.
But you don't know what's the coolest thing ever? The Is for Fun podcast. You want to cue us? You want to host that?
You just said the name, dude. You're in it. You're hosted.
Oh, I'm in it?
Yeah.
It's too late?
Yeah.
I wasn't recording.
Actually?
No, I was recording.
Okay.
Oh, man. Welcome to the Is for Fun podcast, a podcast that is for fun. I am your host this week, and I am Tommy.
I'm Sam.
And how are we doing today, Sam?
Doing all right, man. It's Friday. I'm just glad this week's over. You know how it is. I'm like full on vacation brain this week, dude.
Oh, well, you just went to Colorado for a little bit.
I went to Colorado, Denver, Colorado, and a little bit of other places in that same place. Anyways, yeah, I'm still on vacation brain, dude. I was gone for like... I think I was gone for a whole week. From the 2nd to the 8th. However long that is.
That is 6
like
days.
6 days? 6 days. I was gone for 6 days. And I came back to work on Wednesday. So I only worked like 3 days this week. Mm-hmm. Man, it felt like it was like 8 weeks long, dude. It was such a long week and it was like super short. But I'm on vacation brain.
That's nice, but also kind of sucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colorado's fucking hot right now, dude. It's hot.
That's... Well, could you... Is Colorado high elevation?
Yeah. They call it the Mile High City. Denver. They call Denver the Mile High City.
Ah.
I don't know if it's
like
the
hot?
highest elevation. But they got the Rockies over there, so they're pretty mountainous.
Okay.
Dude,
Okay.
Colorado's a fucking Twilight Zone state. You're in like smack dab city center Denver. And you like look around and you like see the mountains on like the horizon. Mm-hmm. And you think to yourself, those mountains, you know, they're pretty big, but they look pretty far away. They got, what's that, like an hour and a half drive? And then you drive out of Denver, and like 25 minutes later, you're at like the feet of the mountains. And you're like, how the fuck did I get here so fast?
Oh, it's probably because they have straight roads.
They do have straight roads.
Yeah.
Their
It's
city's
amazing how far you can get when the road is just not curvy.
Yeah, it's awesome. Because everywhere in between the mountains is just flat. It's great.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, did you like it there? Would you live
Denver,
there?
it's a beautiful state. Mm-hmm. It's weird. Also Twilight Zone-y. You're in the mountains, and then you drive like 10 minutes to like the northeast, mm-hmm. and you're in like a desert. And you drive like 20 minutes south of there, and it's just like grassy plains. There's just like a crazy amount of environments just very close to each other.
A lot of biomes.
A lot of biomes.
That's cool.
A lot of biomes.
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I drank a lot.
Are you okay?
I'm good.
Nice.
I'm chilling. You ever come home and you think you need to do things differently? No, fuck it. I was on vacation. I don't feel bad. I was on vacation.
Yeah. You have a good excuse. Mm-hmm. Yeah, remember those days in college when if you were a person that drank a lot. I wasn't. I drank almost a lot, but you know.
No, you drank a lot, dude. How many 30 racks did we kill together?
You
can build a house out of the number of 30 racks we killed together.
That's what you... Do we talk about... It doesn't matter. I always think we talk about stuff on the podcast that we may or may not have. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We were like calculating though, because we lived across the street from a few of our friends. From 3 friends across the street, 3 friends living when we lived with Teddy. One of our roommates, and we were calculating how many 30 racks we drink, and we would kill at least a 30 rack over a weekend.
At least we would kill a lot of times 2 30 racks like over the course of a week,
and it's not good. Drink responsibly, but yeah, and we did the math, and we were like, how many 30 racks would have been? So it'd been like 9 months of college for 2.5 years, let's say, and each 30 rack. I have to do the math again. It was something like 230 racks, though, or something.
So that's
right?
like something
ridiculous.
Is that 6,000 beers?
It was a stupid amount when you think about it.
So. I don't like that, but I also love it.
It's bad. Well, it is. I mean, it is what it is.
Christ, man.
But anyway, what I was going with, or before that, Oh God, I lost my train of thought. You killed it.
Colorado. 30 racks.
No, it was about drinking.
How many 30 racks?
Oh, those days in college when you would go really hard, and then you'd like sit down Sunday or sit down Monday, depending on whatever day you decided to binge drink, or double binge drink 2 days in a weekend. And I just remember sitting down and you'd be like so hungover, like your body's aching and shit. Not horribly, not uncomfortably, but your body just feels it.
Yeah.
Your body's like, what the fuck did you do to me last night? You didn't even get laid. What the fuck is wrong with you?
And you're thinking this, and meanwhile you have like a beer in your hand.
There's still a beer next to your nightstand from the morning.
It's the beer from last night. And you just finished drinking.
You can't tell where the beer in your mouth, the beer next to you, or the beer cans downstairs.
The beer you threw up earlier.
Yeah, I hated that. See, post. Now I get that when I drink 3 beers, like the night before.
See, I didn't get like hangovers really until after college. I think I only started really figuring out what a hangover felt like within the past like 3-ish years.
Yeah.
I could like probably count on like one hand how many super bad hangovers I've had. One of them was New Year's 2019. That one was bad. That one was like, fuck you bad. There was a couple at my last job that I had where I had to like... Here's the thing. It's hard to know if a hangover is really bad if it's a hangover combined with working a full 8-hour shift. Because that just makes anything worse. So I can't objectively say how bad the hangovers were for days like that. They were a goddamn
champion, dude, for like a little bit.
Let me tell you guys a story, little sausages. So one night I went drinking with a couple of my coworkers. One of my coworkers was leaving, so we were having like a goodbye celebration. My roommate at the time, a friend of ours, and a few other people that were like friends of the coworker who was leaving. I stopped drinking at 2:30 in the morning, and this was like post blackout. I had definitely blacked out, and I had definitely puked in my sink in my room and just knocked out. And then I woke up at 5:30 in the morning to go to work, completely sober and extremely hungover. And I looked in my sink and I was like, dear God, I've puked up every single meal I've had for the past 6 months. And it looks it. It's just, like a witch's cauldron full of like gallons and gallons of chunky soup.
Of children?
Made of like children's soup. That's what it looked like in my sink. And God. I thought to myself, that's the most awful thing I've ever seen / smelled. I need to clean this. Oh shit, I can't clean it because I have to go to work right now. And I went to work and it sucked. And then I came home and my entire room smelled like just the worst kind of dumpster you can ever think of. And I cleaned it and everything was fine.
Permeate in there.
It was gross.
Just open a bunch of windows, fan that shit out. Mm-hmm. That's disgusting. Vomit gets me too. When I smell / look at vomit, it's instant nausea. Mm-hmm. It's instant gagging and nausea. It sucks.
That's because you have that like mental association with like.
I guess, but like if your like dog throws up, like I've cleaned up that like pet vomit and stuff before, and even that's just like just like you gotta muscle through this.
It's the smell for me. I'm not like super susceptible to smells, but like vomit smell messes with me a little bit more than a lot of other
all
smells.
Acidic.
Yeah,
vomit smells exactly how it should.
Yeah, which is kind of nice.
If we get no, I guess you know what it is.
You can't fuck it up. You can't mistake
it. Fuck it up.
Gross. Yeah, I feel like I had a recent puke story, but it like wasn't mine. Maybe not. That was stupid and boring. Good content.
Good content. I feel like I was gonna go somewhere with this and totally spaced.
Do you want to hear? Oh, God.
I do want to hear. I was gonna say I'm not in 100% podcast mode.
I'm not either. Fuck it.
I like.
No, please.
No, I got it. I was my sweats today.
What?
I was in my sweats today.
Okay.
Having a goddamn lazy day. and it was nice. And then I called you. I was like, shit, if Sam doesn't want to do the podcast, I'm gonna dance with joy because I really don't feel like it. So then you're like, I was planning on coming over and like doing the podcast and everything. I was like, fuck you, Sam.
I don't sound like that.
I showered and really nutted it up, but all the energy died after I just ate dinner. And they came down here.
You also did like the whole set too, which I appreciate. Greatly.
Well, I figured I'm not working today, so
yeah, I appreciate it. But you better fucking nut up, dude.
I'm trying to.
I
do have something cool to show you later, but I'll let you go with your story. Sorry, I totally interrupted you.
Well, see, I don't even know if I want to go with my story because it's kind of just like boring complaining about adulting stuff. But I've never rented a car before.
Oh.
And my first car rental experience was in Colorado, and it was
how was Colorado?
So shitty. Colorado, I mean, not the car. I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, it wasn't. I've never rented a car, but it's always seemed so smooth when my daddy's in it.
I went through an app, and it was some like generic rental car app, but they had this place listed in Denver. I was like, cool, I'm gonna rent from there. It was cheap. I picked the cheapest option. Don't skimp on the car rental options, because you'll be disappointed. Anyways, we got to the rental place. It was a flight. It was like 11 a.m., but we'd been like up all morning because we'd been getting ready to go on a plane, fly a metal tube through the sky at hundreds of miles an hour. You know how it is.
Isn't that crazy?
It's so crazy. Don't think about planes too hard because you'll have like a bad time, but also a great time. Planes are great.
So where'd you go? Sorry,
the rental car place, dude.
I'm super already bored with this rental car story, so I have to keep myself entertained.
You should be, but it's just like it's so frustrating as a man trying to be a man sometimes because you're just trying to be a grown-up and you're trying to do the right thing. You follow all the steps, and then some fucker comes along and just ruins your day. And I was mad, but I was like keeping my cool. My girlfriend, who I went to Colorado with, she was about ready to fucking...
Colorado?
She was about to murder somebody, dude. This is not a funny bit.
Really?
Yeah, she was about to murder somebody.
Now I'm into it.
And she's more aggressive than I am, which is great, because I would have definitely let this fucker roll all over me. But we got there. There's this dude there. He didn't speak very good English.
Okay.
That was not a good English sentence either. He didn't speak English very well. Fucking whatever. And he was sitting there, and he was telling me, he's like, okay, see, this is the car you rented. We run into like a Toyota Corolla. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, sir. Unfortunately, we don't have any Toyota Corollas on the lot right now. And I was like, well, shit. I was worried that something like that might happen because I went through like a third-party app, and he was like, yeah, we don't have any Corollas, but you can rent like you can up the size of your car for like another like $150. He's like, it's $150. That's fine. Whatever. I just want to get the fuck to our Airbnb and stop talking to you is what I want to do. So then he like starts asking me about coverage, and I paid like $80 something on this app to get like, if you crash, you get like however much insurance coverage, like temporary insurance coverage. Right. And he's like, oh, I don't see record of you getting this. And I was like, dude, I spent like 80 something bucks on this. I swear to God, I got it. He's like, oh, did you get it through the third party? And I was like, yeah. And he did this like eye rolly, like, okay, kind of shit. Like he wasn't sure if that was going to be good enough, or if I was actually going to get fucked if I scratched this car or something.
Did you have a receipt that you could like show?
Yeah, and I did. And he was still just like, this eye rolly fucking bitch. I wish I would have known his name because I would call his ass out.
You should have.
But
we'll call it. What are you going to call him?
Gregory.
Oh, god damn you.
Fucking Gregory. Jackass.
No, it's Gregory actually.
Oh, Gregory.
He's foreign.
Oh, Gregory. Fucking Gregory. Gregory. Fuck you, man. No. Anyways. So he tells me there's no cars in the lot. He tells me my insurance might not get, or my coverage thing might not be good enough. And he's like, okay, so I'm gonna charge you extra because you got to upsize. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna get whatever this fuck SUV is bullshit. Probably gas guzzler, so it'll cost me even more money. And he's like, okay, your spot is in like C5 or whatever. So we're like, great. Get the pamphlet. He's like, your keys are in the ignition. Like, you should be good to go. It's like, great, thank you. We went to C5 or whatever fucking spot it was. There wasn't even a car there.
Oh, no.
Straight up empty lot. We looked around like 3 of the different nearby rows, and we were like, we don't even see the goddamn model of this car that this dude gave us. and like none of the license plates matched. Nothing was right. And at this point, my girlfriend is about ready to just like Hulk out, and, like literally burn this place to the ground. Green. She did turn a little green. It was a little scary. Her like delts got huge.
Oh,
it was weird. Anyways, so we walk back in there. I'm just like so done at this point. That's a very millennial thing. I was so done. I just couldn't even at this point. Anyways. You like that?
No! Literally none of it.
Okay, so anyways, I couldn't even. I walked back in there. Bethany definitely couldn't even. So we were in there. We got the guy's manager. The manager's like,
no.
Okay, I was like, okay, we got this car. Apparently it doesn't exist. This is a ghost car. It's a phantom car that doesn't exist that you fucking cheated me into buying or renting. And I was like, can I go back to something that's closer to the price range when I originally ordered it? She's like, yeah, of course. We have 4 Toyota Corollas in the lot. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me, Gregorio? There was 4 all different colors, might I add. There was gray, silver, black, and red, baby. 4 Toyota Corollas when this bitch-ass Gregory told me there was... Oh, I'm sorry. He gave me the customer service was. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. There's no Toyota Corollas in the lot. We have none available. Fuck you, Gregory. There was 4, not 1. 1 would have been fine. 1's an oversight. 4 goddamn Toyota Corollas when that is clearly what I ordered. Fuck this guy, man.
Did you say Gregory's manager was Gregoria?
No, I'm talking.
You didn't. That's like. You were like, God damn it, Gregoria.
I thought Gregorio was the dude's name.
No, Gregory.
Just Gregory. Okay,
it's just Gregory.
I lost you somewhere in there.
But his manager comes in with the name tag. Fucking Gregoria.
No, okay. Well, she is now Gregoria.
She's from a completely different country.
She's from the Netherlands. Gregoria is great. She is very helpful. Oh, God, no nonsense. And I hope she gave Gregoria a talk after this. Gregoria was like, yeah, we got 4 Toyota Corollas. I was like, fucking great. Give me the goddamn Corolla. Because that's what I wanted. And she's like, cool. Now you're only going to pay for the original thing that you paid for originally. I was like, cool. I got this coverage plan. Is this going to work? She's like, yeah, that should be totally fine. And I was like, fucking great. Went to the lot number. It was exactly where she said it was.
Oh, no.
And then we left. And I was like, what the fuck kind of incompetent asshole is Gregory?
He's only been there for 3 years, dude. Cut him some slack.
He only knows every minute facet of his job description in perfect detail.
Yeah, he knows his whole job description in perfect detail. But every time he tries to do something, he just fucks it up.
Well, see, the thing is, I figured he was trying to upsell me, right? But he lied to me to do so.
Well, he didn't give you a car.
He also didn't give you a car. He upsold me nothing.
He's trying
Con artist.
He's trying to upsell you. He didn't even do it correctly.
He didn't do anything. Are they allowed to tell people that there's not the car that you ordered on the lot? Is that a thing they're allowed to do?
They want to deal with it.
Because that guy straight bullshit me.
I mean, as somebody who's worked in the much customer service stuff, you just once you start dealing with somebody, you only want to deal with them to the point of needing to deal with them.
Oh, this guy loved talking to me, dude.
Oh, damn.
He was trying to offer me everything. See, that's what I can't. That's the most frustrating part. If he was trying to be a good salesman, he fucked me. He fucked me twice, 3 times. Gregory fucked me 3 times. You fucked me 3 times, Gregory. Didn't even bring me out to dinner first.
God damn. Not a friend of the cast.
Not a friend of the. Hey, Gregory. I'm gonna invite you on this podcast just to beat your ass into oblivion.
You wouldn't.
I wouldn't. That guy sucks, though. Anyways, that's my car rental story. Super horrible for my first time.
Well,
meanwhile, I didn't mention this. I'm carrying like a 45-pound backpack on my shoulders this whole time. And I was a genius, and I packed 2 backpacks. So I'm like shouldering another one. Anyways.
No, keep cool talking. I'm gonna segue.
No, you had a cool topic to talk about.
No, right? No, you gotta keep talking though. I gotta segue.
So we got to the Airbnb and it was super sketch and gross. Then we went to a dive bar later and we got chicken wings. It was pretty rad. Dude, people in Colorado don't give a fuck about COVID.
Interesting. Cool. Well, you know what you should have done instead of taking a car, you should have taken an animal. Because I got an animal of the week.
Oh, team segments.
I just imagine that there's like a banner that's like
I
animal of
do.
the week, and there's balloons and shit.
Should we also bring back the Doltiverse this week? You don't even remember what that is, do you?
I do. It was a hilarious bit where Bobby and I ripped on you for about 10 minutes.
I love the thumbnail for that video too. It's just me steaming.
Well, anyway, animal of the week. I found out about this animal.
I'd love to hear about it.
Online. And so it's called the Chinese water deer.
Okay.
And what do you picture with a deer, Sam? Describe a deer and its features to me.
Can I describe a deer, and then can I describe what I imagined with a Chinese water deer?
As long as it's PG, Sam.
It's PG. You mean PC? Both. Who cares? A deer is a four-legged.
P followed by one of the letters of the alphabet.
B and J. Gotcha. That was a stupid bit.
A deer
That was a bad bit. A deer is a four-legged.
No, we should harpen on that bit a little longer though, because I want to really milk that for all it's
a
worth.
four-legged, hooven, woodland animal with beautiful, big ol' herbivore eyes and typically horns for the men, because we're horny.
Horns? You mean antlers?
What'd you say?
Antlers.
Horns. That's what I said. I don't hear the difference.
Yes, that is a traditional, normal ass deer.
They got spots too sometimes.
Now, the Chinese water deer.
Can I describe to you what I thought the Chinese water deer was?
Sure, man.
I just imagined a deer maid. So like the top half is a deer and the bottom half is like a mermaid tail.
Oh, dear me. I thought you meant like a maid with like the feather duster.
Hey, that too. Why not?
I don't know.
Deer maid. Okay, yeah. What is it?
So wait, top half deer, bottom half fish?
Like a mermaid, but instead of a woman torso, it's a deer. Is this really that hard to picture, dude?
Kinda.
It's like really easy. Take the front half of a deer and slap a fishtail on
You're
it.
really excited for that bit.
It wasn't a bit. It was just what I thought of.
It wasn't that
Do
good.
you want to describe this fucking animal to me?
Yes, I do. Boy, do I.
I don't think you do.
Boy,
You're
howdy. So
avoiding it.
picture... picture the evolutionary process.
Mm-hmm.
You get that fish, and it gets the upper torso of a deer. See, I included your bit. As it evolves,
Thanks,
it gives
man.
hooves, but it still has the stupid fish tail until that grows into more hooves. It's got 4 legs and stuff. And then there's an impasse. Probably when Pangea was still a continent, right? And some deer were in the U.S. and in Europe and everywhere else, and some deer were in the China, but it was all mashed together. Mm-hmm. And some deer were like, "Hey, don't worry, Sam. You're the Chinese water deer. I'm the good old American deer, I guess."
Okay.
And they're like, "Hey, Sam, dude, our lineage, we've been working on some stuff that's really gonna help us survive and also get booty. We've been like growing antlers and shit." And they look awesome and beautiful and stuff. We could fight each other with them and fight things.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then you're like...
Can I get those?
Yeah. And you're like, well, that's nice. Instead, you're the Chinese water deer.
I am. I remember
You're
the
like,
scenario.
I'm gonna grow fucking fangs, because fuck you.
Am I about to see some nightmare fuel right now?
It's kind of scary.
You know what a chihuahua looks like when it like bares
Find
its
a good
teeth?
picture. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
I imagine that, but all the time on a deer face with the mermaid tail.
So what do you think?
That's like literally just like a saber. If you told me what a saber-toothed deer was,
That's what it looks like.
That's a real fucking thing.
It's called a Chinese water deer or water deer. Look at that.
Oh, it's a fucking deer vampire.
It's straight up a deer, but you just stuck some like tiny walrus teeth in it. So they're like probably like
That's awesome. I gotta look
probably
up.
3, maybe 4 inches long.
I mean, they look like
They
the
don't
animal
really
looks
really
small.
protrude below the jaw. It's not like walrus level and stuff. But no, but it's straight up. Yeah, it has 2 fangs, just sticking at the bottom of its mouth.
That's fucking wild.
And it's fucking weird, and it's fucking cool. Native to China and Korea, 2 subspecies of Chinese water deer and the Korean water deer. Okay.
Why do they have them? They're herbivores,
I
though,
can glance
right?
through it. Yeah, I believe so. I typically, including a pair of prominent. Hang on. Despite certain anatomical peculiarities, this is on Wikipedia, including a pair of predominant tusks and its lack of antlers, it is classified as a cervid. You know what that means?
Nope.
Yeah,
no
it's
idea.
unique and
Cervid 19?
No, dude. Subfamily. Oh gosh, now I'm just reading through scientific terms.
Oh, good, man.
I was trying to pick up something that I could say in the podcast. It's sometimes called the vampire deer. I wonder why.
They're really small, apparently. They're like large dog size.
They're listed as vulnerable, so not endangered, but
Like it's really easy to hurt their feelings.
see, I would love to. We do our research here, but not enough.
Always.
Clearly.
Always
I wonder
looking
how
at-
related to like a normal deer it is.
Probably pretty
Genetics
related.
wise.
It literally looks like a deer, but you just slap fangs on it.
Like, hear me out, Sam.
Uh-huh.
Can we breed them with normal deer to get deers with both antlers and fangs?
I saw a picture of that. You want me to look it back up?
Do I want you to? Yes, I want you to look that back up. Are you kidding me?
Here's the thing. The
As far
antlers,
as I know, they're antlerless.
like 99% of the pictures I see on here, they are antlerless for sure. This guy, however, has like pretty. I don't know how
Can you Photoshop
impressive
it?
these antlers are, but he's got both of them. You can see them. He's got both.
Oh, he has tiny teeth, but those are like.
Those are like horns. Those aren't antlers, like the big branching, like sprawling. Those are like horns.
Well, at that stage, because they lose them and grow them every year.
Yeah, they do. Which is fucking nuts, by the way. Those things just like drop off
Yeah.
and they grow that fast.
Yeah, like-
Anyways, deer are
It's a
fucking
fucking
nuts.
fingernail, dude. But it's your antlers.
Fuck, man. That's awesome. I did not know those were real.
I did not either.
We
Still think that picture, like, I still
we
think
had-
it's fake. It's weird.
we had a horse bat and we have a bat deer. What are we gonna
Was the
have next?
horseback huge? I don't remember.
It just had a big ass head.
Just big ass head out.
No,
Same
I
dog.
think they were pretty good. Or pretty big. That's a pretty cool animal of the week. I'm glad you brought that segment back.
Yeah. I mean, if it hits me, it hits me.
It does, yeah.
It's super weird though. Looking online, it reminds me of like a jackalope.
Oh, like it's gotta be a fake kind of thing?
Yeah, you're like, that's not real. Psh.
Did I ever tell you about that mission from Red Dead Redemption 2? Where it's like, there's this archaeologist and she comes to you. She's like, yeah, I'm from England, but you know, I'm trying to like get my credibility here in America. And I know like the West is just ripe with dinosaur bones. And you gotta go find them. Random cowboy man. Because I trust you to do that for me. And it's
Kind
like,
of weird that you're finding dinosaur bones.
oh, it's super
Cowboy.
weird. And you go around and you find like rib cages and like you find a couple different like claws and horns, and then you find like a rack of antlers, and you find like something that looks like a wing and something that looks like a fin, and you're like, what the fuck kind of dinosaur? Because she tells you it's like a new species, right? It's a new species of dinosaur that you're trying to find, and you start finding weird fossils, and it's like, this is so like, this makes no sense that this goes with the other thing that I found earlier. And I found them like back to back. I looked at a guide and I got all, it was like 30 of them or something. And you go and she's like, okay, mail me the dinosaur bones. You mail them to her. You wait a couple days and she sends you a letter. She's like, bro, okay, I got the skeleton. It's fucking ready. It's fucking ready to go. I've reassembled this new species. And you go to this like warehouse in the middle of this fucking field, and it's just this fucking skeletal Frankenstein of just like
she just
antlers and
slapped
fins and
together
like a
shit.
spine and like arm, like one of the arms is like way shorter and there's like a third arm. It's nuts. I can't remember what it's called. I'll look at pictures of it though.
Nice.
But this lady's like, I did it. I found this new species, and you're like, can you fucking lie? All right, lady,
You fucking
sure.
crazy?
And she's like, oh, don't worry, I'll credit you. And you're like, that's okay.
Shit. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great side mission.
I need to play Red Dead 2,
Red Dead 2 is fantastic.
which is weird because I picked up the online one so we could play. Just recently, actually.
You sure did.
We haven't done that yet. Maybe we do that tonight.
We could do that tonight.
That would be dope. Go run around, be cowboys and shit.
This is like the front of it.
Oh, nice.
It's
awesome.
just like a fucking smorgasbord.
Sweet. That is fucking fun.
It's great. Yeah, Red Dead 2 is a great game.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Yeah. E3 is upon us.
Speaking of video games. I did want to see if you want to talk about that. Not a lot has been announced. It doesn't technically start till tomorrow.
It's technically all the pre-stuff has
It's
started.
like the IGN showcase or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know how it works, but yeah, Saturday through Tuesday, there's a bunch of announcements.
And it's Friday today, so we'll start seeing the stuff rolling in tomorrow. Tomorrow's Microsoft and Bethesda.
You doing anything tomorrow?
No.
You want to come over and hang out?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
We were talking about... It doesn't matter what we were talking about. We can talk about it later. But, yeah, dude. What got announced today? Besides Elden Ring?
Yesterday was more exciting than today, honestly.
Oh, it was yesterday. Oh, yeah. I thought that came out today. No, it was yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to dip.
Well, I mean, not a lot of, like, the big stuff has been announced yet. I'm, like... For me...
Bigger stuff was announced yesterday. They talked about the new Borderlands game.
Oh, yeah, like the... It's just Borderlands, but, like, D&D, basically, right?
The coolest things was that you can customize your own character now. So you're not a preset, which is interesting. There's still, I think, guns, but there's also melee weapons now. And then instead of grenades, you can use spells.
That's cool. So yeah, that's fun. It's just like a different Borderlands.
Yeah.
I'm cool with it.
I'm kind of cool with it. It sounds kind of fun. It might be really fun to pick up.
I never played Borderlands 3, but I will probably play that game eventually.
And it's based off one of the Borderlands characters running it's called Bunkers and Badasses, but it's Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
so she's running the session, and she's really neurotic, eccentric, all the above, crazy, but funny, but all this. So she's the dungeon master, basically. And so you never played that original DLC in Borderlands 2, did you? Where she does it.
No.
But basically, since there's a person narrating what is your video game, they can just change things on a whim. So your landscape could just dramatically change all at once and then go back and forth and
That's
stuff.
That's kind of cool.
Stuff can randomly come in.
I like the randomness aspect of it.
There's a little bit of that flavor in the original DLC. So yeah, it looks cool.
Can we hold up? Like we can rope it back to E3, but can we talk about like the Borderlands movie that I had no idea what was happening?
Yeah, we can,
dude. Well, hold up. What is it? Borderlands 2? Because they got Krieg in there, and they don't have Mordecai or is Brick? Is he the big guy from the first one?
Yeah.
They don't have those two.
Nope.
Was Lilith Borderlands 1?
Mm-hmm. Lilith, Roland, Brick, and Mordecai.
Fucking Kevin Hart for Roland. That is
it's
so
really weird.
But it's also awesome.
Because he just plays straight military character. And Kevin Hart is definitely like a butt of the joke character.
Yeah.
So I'd be excited to see him not just play generic Kevin Hart.
Is the camera still on?
Well, dear God, I hope so. Let's see.
Intermish.
Okay, yeah, no. It's Kate Blanchett, Jamie Lee Curtis,
she's being Tannis, right?
Tannis, yeah.
Cool.
Which is interesting.
Kevin Hart, Jack Black is
Claptrap, which
that's
is super weird,
awesome.
but it'll be good. It'll be funny.
Oh, dude. I'm really excited for this movie.
Video games movies never work. But
I wonder what it's gonna look like, because if you looked at like the silhouettes, like the hair is the same, and it's very like Play-Doh-y. Like Borderlands is like really like
and it's
plasticky,
not
cell
animated.
shady.
It is live action.
It's live action. I wonder if they're gonna cell shaded, dude.
That's what I kind of
hope. That'd be kind of neat.
I think it'd be cool. Well, have you seen those? There's the makeup artists, and they draw lines to make themselves either look comic booky.
Yeah, like the cosplayers and stuff that do
cell
that.
shaded.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
And it looks really cool.
You can do it. It's just translating that to like moving around in like the environments.
Well,
and
that's
stuff.
what I'm wondering if you could throw a CG filter over it, over the whole movie, and have it, or if it's just going to be like everything's just eccentric, but it just looks like real life.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're going to do Handsome Jack too.
No idea. It's going to be it's an original story. The plot line is out there, and I'm pretty sure it takes place between 2 and 3. Is what?
Oh, it's 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't Roland die in 2? Or doesn't Lilith die? One of them dies in 2, don't they? No, Roland does.
Roland does.
Yeah,
so
Roland
it's going to
dies
be between
in
1 and 3, which doesn't make any sense.
Between 1 and 2? Maybe.
Krieg is a character introduced in number 2.
Yeah.
So he would have had to have been a thing already. And it's weird because in number 2 you meet Tiny Tina, and Tiny Tina and Krieg are already friends. So they theoretically wouldn't have met. It takes place in the middle of number 2. Post meeting Tina, pre Roland getting obliterated.
Okay, sure.
Spoilers.
That makes sense. It's Borderlands 2. It's like 12-year-old game or whatever. It's not that old. It's an old game.
I want to play the third one again.
I will play that with you if it goes on sale.
It went on sale for $20.
Someday. I'll play it someday.
Kind of waiting for all the DLC to roll out.
That's fair. Anyways, yeah, I'm really excited about that. And I had no idea it was happening.
And
Maybe I didn't. I just forgot about it.
Krieg is such a fun character, too.
Oh, yeah. The guy that got to play him, too, he's fucking huge.
Which Krieg is like 7 feet tall.
No,
like
he's
all
really
muscle.
Yeah. He's really tall. I'm really excited about that movie. It's gonna be. Hopefully, it's gonna be fun at the very least.
I hope it's fun.
If it's like Jumanji fun, sure, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, if it's just cool characters going on an adventure and it's eccentric and there's a lot of action and
there's a lot of potty humor and like
it'll be good.
Stupid meme jokes. Yeah, I'm into it. I could use a movie like that. Why not?
Yeah, for sure. Video game movies don't usually land though.
No, Castlevania is the best video game adaptation, and they just finished that. But they're making a reboot with Richter, my boy. Anyways, not gonna get into that.
I haven't seen. I think I'm gonna watch that after.
Season 4 kind of made Season 3 worth it for me. Season 3 is like not bad, but it's a bummer, and Alucard's story is fucking stupid.
But 4 makes it.
But 4 full circles it, and it makes Alucard fucking cool.
And 4 is like the end.
Yeah, it's the series is done.
Okay.
No. Yes, the series is done, but they're making another Castlevania show that's spinning off of this one.
Which is cool, because...
That's what Castlevania is. Castlevania is like generational.
Yeah.
Generational, is that? Doesn't matter.
I guess they do see... It's like, this is a video game area that hasn't got a reboot in a while.
Yeah. Anyways, going back to E3.
Right.
I'm just excited to see... It's not going to happen, but I'm excited to see Elder Scrolls 6 shit. Skyrim 2.
I saw a post on Reddit. 3 years since they announced that title card trailer.
Wow, I was in college when that. Holy shit! Yeah, that was my last year in college.
Yep.
Wow.
3 years.
Complete silence. Starfield 2. Starfield is the game they're gonna like release before that.
That's coming out before.
Yeah. That one we also just got like a title card, a little like CGI teaser footage.
I thought that was. Oh damn. Dang. I mean, they keep re-releasing Skyrim, so.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, those are big games, though. Like, it takes a long time to make all those
I hope they just
and all the systems and the world and the monsters. And
dude, I just hope
it'll hopefully be worth it.
I hope it blows my mind graphically. I hope the combat's updated a little bit to make it a little bit more interesting. I hope that Sneak is just as overpowered as it was in Skyrim. And dude, it's not going to be multiplayer. They already announced that.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
Mods.
But still though.
Yeah.
I would love a multiplayer Elder Scrolls game. That'd be tight. You looking forward to anything? Halo Infinite's going to be tomorrow too, I think. Maybe we'll get a fucking release date.
I'm excited to see Halo Infinite because they're changing the graphics and stuff. I got back into Halo.
You did.
Fabi and I ripped through 4 games, and then he watched me play number 5 because there's no co-op campaign on that one. That's okay. 5's kind of mediocre. It's okay.
It's duty. You can say it is.
It's duty compared to all of them. I even like number 4 a lot. Comparatively.
I don't know. For me, that series died after 3.
At 4, they took it in a cool direction in number 4. And number 5 kind of continues it, but it feels convoluted. And they start... So like Halo's the video game. And you only ever need to play the video game to get what's going on. But then you get like the people that are really into it and they start reading the books. And they get all this backstory that makes the games cooler because you understand all the details and where people have come from and stuff. But you can still play the games to understand. Number 5, you had to have read like a few of the books to get.
See, that sucks. That sucks.
And that's like to me where it's like, that's kind of sucks because it's supposed to be a...
Like 99% of your fan base isn't going to do that. They're just going to jump on and play a couple matchmaking games with their buddies.
Yeah, so you have to infer a lot, and I think there's logs and stuff that make things No. There's not, actually. I remember looking this online. There's not even like logs. You know, sometimes you play a game and you're like, this is super vague. But
lore.
You like you pause the
Terminals.
game and then open up a menu and there's all these like logs that are like this character is from this background and does this thing.
Yeah.
It's not even in the game that you can find that stuff.
Oh, is that stupid like waypoint? That
Yep.
stupid sub app?
Halo.
Oh my god!
It's
so
a separate
stupid.
app. So you have your Xbox and then you have your Halo app and then you have a separate app called Halo Waypoint that kind of has a bunch of Halo information on it. You have to go to the Halo Waypoint app to read about the characters that you play in the Halo 5 game. So it's just like two separate convoluted areas for information.
I hate that. That's a really
And
stupid way to do it.
No, 99.99% of people aren't even gonna like browse that and stuff. The only reason I know is because I purposely played through Halo 5 and was like, I did not understand, and that's on me. Sometimes I play through games in like a couple sittings and I just don't absorb all the information. But I watched a video of a guy who went through and like explained all the lore that happened and stuff, and he's like, "Oh no, you had to like go here and here to find extra information before you even like touch the game." And I'm like, "Oh, that is bad story."
That sucks. Yeah, that's stupid. It's just a dumb move on. Oh, it's 343. It's not Bungie anymore.
Yeah. So so now they're kind of retconning a little bit. They're kind of.
I hope Halo Infinite just brings it back to basics. Make a cool,
but it's a
Halo
cliffhanger.
game.
Halo 5 ends in a very cool cliffhanger.
Yeah, but like, don't. That's fine. You can pick up where Halo 5 left off. Just like dumb it down a little bit.
That's what's weird about it. Is you're gonna fight a different enemy, and they're gonna have to like fix what happened in Halo 4 and 5 with the because Cortana's the bad guy. Mm-hmm. So they have to do that, but then also like make a new game. So it's weird.
I mean, is this one confirmed to take place after Halo 5, though?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it is basically just Halo 6.
Yeah,
okay.
Basically. But I think they're trying to relaunch it and kind of bring it new age and not just do Halo 6.
Mm-hmm. It's open world, which is cool.
It is.
That's a good idea for a Halo game for me. I'm a fucking sucker
They're bringing
for
back
open
equipment.
World. Oh, grappling hook, I love you.
They're bringing back equipment instead of armor abilities.
Oh, yeah, they are, huh?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Cool.
I'm okay with that.
Just you're gonna add new guns. There's rumors that the chopper's gonna come back.
I miss the chopper so much.
Everybody does.
Oh, chopper's so good.
They released like a calendar, like a Halo Infinite calendar, and a lot of it's just like concept art from things. But there's one that shows concept art of because you're refighting the brutes again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But it's a different group of brutes than the ones you fight in. Mm-hmm. They're like a separate. Oh God.
You don't have to explain it. You can stop now.
If we had a bigger fan base, there would be some Halo nerd with them in like, well, that
Dude,
would
have been actually like so hard.
Yeah, I know. As far as I know, they're a different group than the Covenant. They may have been a part of or been like a sub branch of the Covenant, but they're basically just brutes. No, they're probably not. Fuck. They have red armor instead of purple armor. They drive Phantoms too and stuff. They're like.
Dude, nobody cares about any of this. You can stop now. It doesn't matter. I promise.
The Covenant is purple. The bad guys are purple. These bad guys are red. And they showed concept art of them and they're driving choppers. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure.
The point is the chopper might come back and I'm really excited.
That's all you needed to say. I'm also really excited. Can they bring back the spiker but actually make it good?
Oh God, we're gonna keep diving nerdier.
No, this can stop.
No, it's cool. I saw a person who made a mod. They've done like Halo 2, Halo 3, and Halo Reach. But I saw the one for Halo Reach, and they basically took all the weapons and rebalanced them for the campaign. And they rebalanced them in a style that was what they should be like. So they like took the spiker. Spiker's like a little light machine or a little it's a little SMG basically, but it's got blades on the bottom and shoots hot molten spikes out of it. And they basically balanced the weapon to be like, what would it feel like to shoot something with hot molten spikes and how much would this do and stuff. And then how, because like, oh, my gun's got blades on the bottom, but when I go to do a melee in the game, it takes like 10 hits to kill something with it. They takes 2 hits instead. Or takes 1 hit if it's a small guy, 2 hits if it's a big guy and stuff.
Cool.
So they scaled all the power of the weapons to be like how they should interact with real life. So it's like that thing shoots a grenade, it's gonna fucking shoot a grenade and stuff. And it was really cool. And I was like, I kind of want to play the game.
Does the brood shot just slap?
I don't remember. I don't remember specifics.
Do you know?
But they would like they changed like the assault rifle. Like the assault rifle's like really shitty and weak and stuff. But they're like it shouldn't be shitty and weak. It should be like, and it works between like a short range, but then they made it like medium to long range and changed like the recoils. And so basically they modded all the guns to work how they probably should work in real life, and it looked like a way more fun way to play the game.
Interesting.
And they also changed the difficulties. So like normally when you play on legendary, you pretty much have to like use only a few guns because a lot of the guns are worthless and stuff, and everything is just like a bullet sponge and just takes so many bullets to hit that there's so many weapons that you're like, I just can't use. It doesn't work that way because they made the weapons all feel better and work better, so you can use like all of the weapons now on like legendary.
That's cool. I appreciate
that. It's like that's really cool.
Rebalancing Halo to make it better.
Yeah, it's a. I'm gonna.
No, keep going.
I was gonna say it's amazing when people make games and you're like, wow, this game's really good, and then you get people who are like, I'm gonna mod it and make it better, and then they make a mod and release it, and you're like, what the fuck was the original developers thinking?
Yeah. That always baffles me. Yeah, when people somehow make a better game than the people did originally.
Yeah.
Do you know what Brutal Doom is?
Brutal. Is it any relation to Doom?
It is.
Oh.
It is a mod. For the dude, Doom has been modded at the ass. It is a mod for the original like whatever 8-bit Doom, and it basically adds like a bunch of just quality of life stuff, and it like makes the gun sound effects like meteor, and it makes like it gives you like actual reload animations, and like it adds like blood spatter, and you can like shoot enemies, and like you'll hit him with a pistol, and like a chunk of his head will fly off where you hit him. And like it adds like gore and stuff into the game. It basically just makes the game a lot prettier, but it also just makes it like meatier.
It's still like the pixely graphics and stuff.
Watch a trailer for it, dude. It just makes original Doom look like, man, like because you play Doom and you're like, this game's fucking badass. You watch that shit, it's like Doom's for pussies, man.
Give me that PG-13 shit.
Oh, dude, yeah, Brutal Doom. I want to play it so bad. It looks so cool.
That's cool. God, do you remember in middle school or whatever we played Doom? And we played it with a couple of our friends. Yeah. And we played it from like 10 p.m. to like 3 a.m.
Oh, it was way earlier than 10 p.m.
And you're sitting there like, oh my god, and it's just flashing neon.
Oh god, looking at 8-bit art for that long hurts after a while.
And Doom's flashy. Like, they're not afraid to just have the lava just be like, yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow, red, and you're like, my eyes!
It's flashy and it's fast. You move so fast in Doom.
You do. It's very fluid, which is weird.
There was another... I don't know if it's a mod for Doom. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's a... I sent you a video of it, but it's some kind of mod for some kind of game. Or someone just made the game. I really don't know. But it's like... It's the original Castlevania, but they make it in like a first-person Doom style. So instead of being like a 2D Metroidvania side-scrolling game, it's like you're like running along doing like the hand bob animation and you do like the whip effect, but it's like a first-person shooter, but you're Simon Belmont going through Castlevania, and it looks fucking sweet. And you look at it, and like all the secrets are in the same area, but it's translated to 3D, so you still kind of got to figure it out and everything. And like all the enemies, you can see them from like front on now. But when you turn to the side, it's like that's the Castlevania sprite. It's really cool.
That's pretty.
Someone put a lot of love and care into that shit.
Yeah.
I want to play that so bad, and Brutal Doom.
Brutal Doom, yeah. No, that's crazy. The people online doing mods, and it's awesome. And a lot of games are actually like allowing mod support, and it's built in. And Steam has their workplace that lets games just like, yeah, you can download that mod. It's okay. We don't care. We're not going to sue you or anything. It's like, that's pretty freaking sweet.
Yeah. Well, I think it's crazy that
it's weird.
A lot of mods are basically just free DLC. Like we started playing Terraria again, and Terraria is like, that game's got an ass load of content. You can play that game for hours and still have like so much left to do. But yeah, there are guys out there adding like 3 times as much content, and it's like it all lines up and like fits very well with like the theme and like the scaling and the leveling up of the game, but it's just more stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool because people are basically just like, I like this game a lot. I've kind of played the shit out of it and there's nothing left for me to do. I'm just going to kind of add more to it. And then more people can
or I didn't like how this works, so I'm going to change it.
Yeah, exactly. It's great. I think it's really cool.
You wonder if there's a room for hey, I'm a big studio. I've made my game. I've put out my game. I've let the fans do the like. We've run our course with this game basically, or not run our course, but like we've released this game in this current state that it's in, and we're gonna work and try to add like more content. And there's so many people that are just making mods for the game that make it. If it's like a big enough game, and people need mods for it, that God, I can't talk. I can't get words. Game studio releases a game and releases some level of content afterwards. But then there's just people modding that'll mod the game and then just add more content to it post-release and stuff. That's different or additional if the game studio stops like funding it and stuff. And a lot of time those people just do it for free or do it, maybe they're like, oh, I have donations. If you want to give me donations, I'll keep it working on it and making it polish and stuff. One of the studios should hire those people.
Absolutely. And those people, the best part about those people is that they're probably fans of the game.
Exactly.
So they want to see it succeed.
They're the best people to continue working on the game for the people. I mean, outside of you got the people who built it from the ground up and it's like, that's my baby and stuff. But then you have the people that are like, I've loved what you release and I want to do that more. And it's like, you should be able to like.
I agree, dude. I agree.
There's probably not a perfect system, but there's a way that a studio could probably license out to those people and pick them up and then have them just improve or continue adding on to their game.
They totally could.
Yeah. I mean,
I feel like part of it is probably like has to do with the rights of the property.
Well, right.
Or if it's a franchise, especially like, nah. But like, yeah, hire those people, or at least like pay them for their ideas and do it yourself.
I don't know. It's
just anything.
It's like happened before. It's definitely happened before. Smaller like indie game studios, and someone will release a mod that improves a bunch of things. So they'll be like, just come work for us, implement it, do what you did, but do it officially and add it onto our code and release it and stuff.
Yeah,
that has happened before. You just think for some of those bigger games, studios would take advantage and they could probably make a ton of money if they did it correctly. Like,
yeah. What's wild, man? Like going back to Skyrim, you see some people add like mods that have like character models and enemies and weapons and spells and stuff that are as good of quality as the base game, but it just basically doubles the content of the main story or of the main game, and that main game is fucking huge. But they just add like these giant content packs. It's like, hey, here's a whole different map that I just built. And it's like, what the fuck, dude?
Yep.
But they do it. And it's honestly, sometimes those people have better writing and voice acting than the actual studio. So you listen to these characters, it's like, fuck, these new voices are really good. And it's like, this writing is like, oh god, I'm feeling things and stuff. It's great, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's not even the point of like making a mod for a game that's fun to play. Some people put better story content in.
Some people just make a game a better game.
Yeah, happens.
Which is great.
Did you hear? You know how they released Mass Effect?
No. Well, I know that they did it, but
they re-released them. So there's apparently a bunch of people go in and look at the game files, but people found audio files for quests that don't exist for like Mass Effect 1. And so they're building levels to correspond with those voice lines because they have a bunch of unused voice lines that still just exist in the code. Mm-hmm. And so they're going to build levels that use those voice lines and create new missions.
Wait, is this the studio or is this like modders?
No, modders. So game is released, has extra voice line files for extra side quests that never made it into the game. Extra game modes too. Ooh, stuff like that.
Interesting.
Or like mission types, I mean. And then people are like, wow, there's all a bunch of those unused assets. Let's make levels and new things so we can use those assets and just make more content. And there's people doing that right now.
It's pretty cool.
People are loyal, man. You make a good game, you got those people for life.
Yeah, people just want to see the thing that they already like be better. So they're like, well, they're not going to do it, so I'm going to do it myself.
I just want more of it.
Which is really cool. How long have we been going, by the way?
We've been close to an hour. I was going to cut us off in like 10 minutes.
Okay. Do you want to keep talking about E3?
If you got anything else to talk about.
I don't know. Are you like looking forward to anything? Nintendo's probably going to announce the new Smash characters. Maybe Breath of the Wild 2.
I've been itchy for some Smash Brothers.
Pikmin 4 though.
God, dude, Pikmin 4. Dude, I swear to God, I read an article like 3 years ago that they were like, when the Wii U was out, before the Switch even came out, probably 3 years ago, and they were like, "Hey, Pikmin 4, it's done. It's basically done."
I think I read a similar article. Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, sweet! They're gonna release like 2 on the Wii U because the third one was so good and stuff." Nothing, man.
Haven't gotten a whisper since.
Nothing. Oh man, Pikmin. I could sit down and play Pikmin. I could do that.
I wouldn't judge you for it. Pikmin's great.
I really want to go back and play the first 2. I played one of them or part of one of them, and I never finished it. But I really like the third one, and I really think I would like the first 2 also.
I watched you play Pikmin 3. I played Pikmin 2 front to back, and that's the only one I've put like full time. I started Pikmin 3 and I didn't finish it because I fucked up, man.
The last time you played it, you killed.
It was like the tutorial mission for the yellow Pikmin, the electricity guys. I don't know how I fucked it up so bad, but I killed so many yellow Pikmin that I just couldn't redeem it.
No, I couldn't believe you did that. I don't know. Oh, I think you were really drunk when you were playing.
I think I was.
But it's also a baby game for babies.
It is. I don't know. I fucked it up so bad.
I love that game.
Pikmin's great. I like Pikmin a lot. I hope Pikmin 4 does come out.
Yeah, should.
Metroid Prime 4 too. I never got super into the Metroid Prime series, but I love me a Metroidvania. And...
That's not gonna come out.
It's not coming out, but hopefully we'll get something.
Hopefully, that'd be sweet. A little teaser trailer, show like a little animation or something. I don't know.
Dude, you gotta play Breath of the Wild like real bad.
I need a Switch.
Fucking good.
I need a Switch. I could buy one. I don't need that in my life right now. I got a bunch of games that I'm not playing.
But you could be not playing a bunch of Switch games.
It's tempting. Don't be wrong, I'm tempted. There's also potentially a Switch Pro coming out this year. So
I heard that.
I can wait on that.
That feels too soon, doesn't it?
The Switch might go down, or the Switch Pro might be just better, inherently better. So I'll maybe this winter I'll pick one up. But yeah, cool. Well, anything else you're looking forward to in the near future?
I want a new custom Robo game.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen, but I want it.
Nintendo makes decent properties, good to decent, sometimes great, and then sometimes just doesn't continue on with them.
F-Zero. Metroid Prime for a while.
Yeah, F-Zero is weird because they would have to compete against Mario Kart, though. They'll always do a new Zelda, they'll always do a new Mario game. There's a couple other ones they'll continue on.
Is Konami going to be at E3 this year? Damn it. Because I would love a new Castlevania game too.
No, Konami's kind of dead.
That's true, isn't it? Well, the guy who created Castlevania left, and he made Bloodstained, and there is going to be Bloodstained 2 apparently.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, that might just be the new Castlevania, which is cool.
Maybe.
Bloodstained 1 was really good.
Never played it.
I never beat it.
It's on my Steam wish list.
I got to the last boss and didn't finish.
Uh...
It's like Castlevania, but more anime. Which is kind of lame because that was the last thing Castlevania needed because it was already oozing with anime.
Alright, whatever, man.
Castlevania is hardly the most anime thing ever. But I don't know.
It's
fine.
It's an acquired. I don't really like it.
It's good. It's a fun time. It's all vampires and whips and monsters.
I just didn't want to dip into the anime. That's why I just didn't say anything.
It's bad.
Well,
nah, there's some.
You can't say that.
There's some good ass anime out
also
there,
just
but there's so much trash.
There's just a lot of garbage.
So much trash.
Well, we won't dive into that. Different episode.
Nah. But do you know what we will dive into right now, Tommy?
Another beer after the end of this podcast?
The outro to the Is for Fun podcast, and then another beer. And then Rocky 3. Thank you for watching the Is for Fun podcast. I have not been your host, Sam.
I was your host, Tommy.
Tommy, where can the people find us?
We have an outro film for that. We don't need to do that anymore, dude.
Oh, you're right.
Thank you for watching, though. We appreciate it. If you're watching or listening, we love you forever. Except for you, Gregory.
Fucking asshole.
Son of a bitch. Yeah. Take care, man, I guess.
Stay tuned after the credits for this week's installment of Where's Fabio?
Oh.
That was a good bit, Fabio. Keep that shit up.
I like that because you actually you're making him do another one.
Yeah, dude.
All right.
Fuck you, Bobby.
Peace out. I don't like that. Peace out. Heart out.
Mwah. That's it. I felt better about that one
Oh no, the back! The back!
Oh my god, you made it to the end of the Is for Fun podcast, you son of a bitch. Thank you, and congratulations for making it to the end of another lovely time with Sam, Tom, and Fabio. If you want to check out more of us, we are on YouTube, got all sorts of funny shit there. If you want more funny shit, some weird shit too, maybe some sexy shit, check us out on social media. If you don't want to look at our faces, because you're fucking sick of looking at us, I get it, I'm sick of looking at these bozos every single day. Check us out on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or anywhere else you get your audio content. Thank you for watching the Is for Fun podcast. We'll see you next time. God damn it.